Millions of fake dollars falling from the sky, entire lobbies frozen by one player. Rockstar support inbox flooded daily. This was not just broken gameplay, it became a digital battlefield. After spending years in those sessions, I can say this story needs to be told. Let us get into the crazy history of GTA Online hackers and cheaters. Origins of mischief. Back in the early days of GTA Online, things were wild, unpredictable, and honestly a bit chaotic. Around 2013 to 2015, players quickly discovered ways to bend the game using mod menus and basic exploits. These were not just small tweaks. We are talking about full-on invincibility through God mode, spawning endless money, and even freezing entire lobbies. One major issue was the peer-to-peer networking model on PC. Instead of Rockstar controlling most of the session data on their servers, players were hosting sessions themselves. This made it much easier for modders to manipulate data, boot players, or flood the world with nonsense like UFOs or exploding monkeys. No joke, that really happened. It was not long before Rockstar started pushing back. The first waves of bans hit players using obvious cheats, especially those involved in massive cash drops. But the tools were still primitive. Modders would get banned one day and return the next with a fresh account. I remember being in a lobby when someone spawned so many cargo planes that the server just collapsed. The sky turned into a grid of metal. Watching it happen in real time was actually insane. That moment stuck with me. The mod menu era. Things escalated fast once mod menus went public. Names like Kitten, 2Take1, and Luna became infamous across the GTA community. These were not simple cheats. They were full-featured software tools with toggles, sliders, and dozens of options for chaos. Players using them could teleport across the map instantly, drop billions of dollars, and even crash other players' games with a single command. Some menus had protections too, meaning one modder could block another. It became a war between mod menus. At one point, you could barely play a public lobby without someone showing off their powers. Money drops were common. You would see players suddenly gifted millions only to find themselves banned days later for something they never asked for. Rockstar eventually responded in 2024 by integrating Batley, a third-party anti-cheat used in other online games. It did help. A lot of popular menus were shut down or went underground. But it was never a full cleanup. New versions always pop up. As an expert who has followed this game for years, I can say this was the Wild West era. You were either constantly backing up your account or risking everything just by playing. Next up, Rockstar legal actions. By 2025, Rockstar and his parent company Take-Two began shifting strategy. Instead of just banning accounts, they went straight for the source. The lawsuits began landing hard and fast, starting with Player Auctions, a major site based in China known for selling hacked GTA Online accounts. This was different. Take-Two accused them of more than just facilitating cheating. The legal documents mentioned copyright infringement, trademark violations, and even requested injunctive relief. In simpler terms, they were not just asking for damages, they wanted to shut these operations down completely. The reason was clear. Banning players does not fix the root problem. As long as people can buy modded accounts or cheat tools from third-party sellers, the cycle continues. By going after the sellers, Rockstar was trying to cut off the supply chain. What stood out in these legal filings was the detail. They tracked how the websites advertised illegal services, included Rockstar branding without permission, and bypassed technical protections built into the game. It felt like they were finally serious about cleaning things up. This shift marked a new tone. No more just cleaning up messes. Rockstar was stepping into the legal arena to prevent the mess from happening at all. Safety tactics players use. If you have played GTA Online long enough, you probably have your own survival guide. Over the years, players have developed all sorts of tricks to avoid hackers. Some of these are well-known, others are more niche, but all of them come from experience. One of the oldest tricks is going inside an apartment or any interior. Hackers cannot get you there. You are basically safe behind Rockstar's code. Another tactic is using passive mode. It does not stop every hack, but it lowers your visibility to troublemakers. A lot of people also started using invite-only or crew sessions. These limit access and make sure you are only playing with people you trust. Some even use solo public sessions by tricking the game into clearing out other players. The trick is to always assume the worst in a public lobby. If someone walks up to you without a name tag or vehicle, chances are something shady is going on. That might sound paranoid, but it is realistic. I have personally had moments where hiding in a CEO office felt like the only way to survive. You're watching the kill feed light up and you are just praying the lobby clears before you get booted too. Spotlight on anti-cheat evolution. Here's a breakdown of how Rockstar's fight against cheaters has changed over time. In the early years, single-player mod tools were easily ported into GTA Online. Players could activate invincibility, weapon tweaks, and other advantages that should not have worked in multiplayer. Peer kicking became a huge problem. Modders could force players out of lobbies or crash sessions using simple scripts. It was frustrating and hard to trace. Real-time bans were introduced later on. Instead of waiting for reports or using manual reviews, Rockstar began issuing automatic suspensions based on behavior flags. Battley was added to the PC version in 2024, making it much harder for unauthorized software to run alongside the game. Things feel a lot more stable now. Public sessions are not perfect, but they are nowhere near as broken as they used to be. Cheaters still exist, but they are more cautious and less disruptive overall. I observe the current system is far cleaner, but still needs tuning. Some tools still slip through the cracks, and false bans remain a concern for some players. Case study: player auctions market. There is an entire black market built around GTA Online, and one of the most well-known examples is player auctions. This platform became popular by offering everything from high-level accounts to unlock all services. These listings often promised full stats, maxed out money, and completed missions for a fee. Many of these accounts were built using mod menus or account duplication glitches. The sellers would either use cheats directly or buy from other players who did. It became a cycle, with hundreds of listings going live each day. What makes this even more damaging is the influence it has on regular players. When someone sees others flying through ranks with billions of dollars, it creates pressure. Even people who normally play fair begin to consider bending the rules just to stay competitive. That toxic echo chamber feeling can be overwhelming. I have seen legit players go rogue to keep up. Some regret it later, others justify it as Rockstar's fault for letting the cheats go on for so long. This kind of underground market not only messes with the economy, it also warps the mindset of the entire community. Rockstar's legal efforts in 2025 targeted platforms like this directly, aiming to break that cycle. The human stories behind every glitch or hack that are real players who have been affected. Some laugh it off while others end up leaving the game altogether. The emotional impact of cheaters is often overlooked, but is real. These stories are frustrating to read and even more frustrating to live through. Players spend hundreds of hours grinding only to lose progress because someone else thought it was funny to spam rockets or drop invisible money bags. It is not just the time lost, it is the trust that gets broken. Players begin to doubt the fairness of the system. Even when Rockstar takes action, the lack of transparency leaves people confused. Some think they were punished unfairly. Others feel abandoned when they report cheats and see nothing change. At the same time, there are thrill seekers who find all of this exciting. Some treat it like a survival game, trying to dodge hackers like digital bounty hunters. A few even enjoy the unpredictability, turning chaos into content. As a veteran, these stories resonate. It is messy and emotional. I have been there trying to explain to a friend why their stats disappeared or why we got booted right before a heist payout. It takes a toll. Not every player comes back. What's next? From the early chaos of 2013 to the crackdown in 2025, GTA Online has seen it all. Mod menus cause huge waves. Legal action raised the stakes. Rockstar's anti-cheat tools have gotten smarter, and players have adapted with survival strategies of their own. What comes next will depend on how aggressive Rockstar continues to be. The lawsuits against platforms like player auctions are still ongoing. New anti-cheat tech will likely be tested as the player base continues to grow. The Roam platform, which might allow for official mod support, could help separate creative tools from malicious hacks. I genuinely feel the tide is turning for the better. Lobbies feel safer. Bans are quicker. Players are starting to trust the system again, even if just a little. If you are still playing, stay sharp. If you are returning, things are not perfect, but a lot has improved. And if you ever had a run-in with a hacker, you are not alone. We've all been there, watching the sky rain tanks. Rockstar has shifted from bans to lawsuits, but players are still finding ways to cheat. Do you think that fight will ever fully end? Let me know below, click like if this brought back memories, and subscribe if you want more behind-the-scenes stories from GTA history. Suggestions for future videos are always welcome.